Hey guys, today I want to do a video about knockoffs. There's a lot of people in the Philippines and all over the world. A lot of stuff comes out of China where they try to copycat high-end items. Like almost everything that you can think of, from Nike to polo shirts to drills, and that's what I'm going to show on here tonight. Now, this here is a real Black & Decker. This is a real Black & Decker. It's an original. It's an original Black & Decker, okay? And, you know, even when you get a knockoff, this is a Makita. There's something different about this and this. This is a wee bit heavier than this. Yet, side by side, they're almost the same. Now, the Makita, I gotta tell you, I've used this thing quite often, and I actually like it. Even though it's a knockoff, and I can tell it's a knockoff, it runs a little different. I've used tons of Makitas when I used to do roofing for my brother. And when I was working for my brother, they always had heft. The same with DeWalt, Black & Decker, all that. But these ones are just a little bit lighter. But you know what? For home use, it's just as good. And I'm not telling you to go out and buy knockoffs. I'm not. I'm telling you that if you buy them like on Lazada or something like that, they're good for home use. They're fine. It's just like buying a knockoff shirt. You know, who's going to notice? Is somebody going to come up and say, "Hey, do you mind if I check the tag on your shirt?" It really doesn't matter. So, you know, I know in some countries it's actually illegal, but this here, I ordered this on Lazada and it said it was real. And when I got it, I was like, no, wait a minute here. This is not real. But I actually enjoyed using it. I was like, man, this is pretty good. I ordered a DeWalt. I've seen the Makitas on there for as low as 700 pesos. I've seen the DeWalts on there for like about 1,300 or 1,200 pesos. That's not a bad deal. You know, even if it is a knockoff, you know, it's not a bad deal because it's still useful for around the house. I've used it for drilling holes in the wall. And anybody that's done concrete drilling knows that you have to really press on it, and if your drill's not a good drill, it's going to start bogging down. Well, this here didn't bog down. It's got the hammer drill too. You can put it on hammer. And make sure when you buy one of these drills, if you're going to buy one online, any type of drill, that you get the hammer thing on there, because that's the most important. You can see right there, it has the different types of settings on there for it. On this one here, it's set on hammer. You can see the hammer there. Okay. And you can reverse it. It goes reverse. You can buy bigger batteries for them on Lazada. Now, I enjoy my Black & Decker, the real one, much more than I do the other ones. It just has more heft to it. It feels good. But if you guys are just looking for, you know, and I spent good money for that. I paid a lot of money for it. I forget what I paid for it, but it was probably 2 to 3 times more than the fake Makita. Now, I was wondering if the Makita was going to be just the same thing as a Makita back in the US when I got it. And as soon as I got it, I could tell subtle differences, but when I compared it against the Black & Decker, it was definitely a little bit lighter. Just a little bit lighter. You could tell the difference, and I said, okay, that's what it is. It's probably not built as well as the other one. It doesn't have that same heft and feel to it. And you know, that's part of getting knockoffs. You get kind of getting ripped off on the quality of the goods. You're looking for something that's going to last you forever. Anything with a battery, the batteries generally die after a while, and it's probably a good idea to buy 3 or 4 batteries for anything that you buy that's electrical, because of the fact that it's hard getting the batteries after a while. Sometimes 10 years down the road, they're not making the same battery or whatever. And I always buy like 3 or 4 extra batteries just in case. And you can also buy bigger batteries so it'll last you longer. And even if it's sitting there and it dies a little bit and you still have a 50% charge, you still got a long ways to go on it. The batteries on these ones, they last quite a long time, but you're better off ordering the bigger batteries for them so that you can walk around with it and use it all day or whatever. If you got a big project going on at home or something like that, you definitely want to do that. I actually enjoyed, like I said, both of them. And when you're around and you're out buying clothes and stuff like that, and you're going into these small shops, you're not going to get a real Nike shoe or sneaker or whatever that you're looking for. There's a place down the street here. They sell knockoff Nikes. They sell Skechers. They sell all the types of shoes that are very popular. All of them, New Balance, everything. And when you're looking at them, they look like the regular ones that you would buy in any shoe store, any sneaker store. But you can buy sometimes 2 or 3 for probably 1,000 pesos or whatever. Whereas if you were buying the real ones, obviously you'd be paying really high-end big money. For 3 pairs of sneakers, you'd probably pay anywhere from, 10,000 pesos up to 15,000 pesos for really good, sneakers that aren't knockoffs, that are Nikes or something like that, because you're paying about 5,000 a pair or whatever for a decent pair of Nike sneakers and New Balance or what have you. So be careful when you're out there buying, because the quality in the sneakers is nowhere, not even close to what like the regular New Balance or Nike would be. The quality's just not there. Stay away from the knockoff sneakers, the knockoff Skechers, stuff like that. Trust me on that. You're not going to get the quality. It's not even going to be similar, not even closely resembling that at all. So when you're out there looking around, you're walking through these markets like in Manila and stuff like that, you think, oh man, look at this. This is going to last me a long time. No, I bought a pair of sneakers one time, and I wore them for a week and they started falling apart. So be careful with sneakers. I think the shirt qualities probably aren't even close to what, like if you go out there and you get a polo shirt or something like that, it's not even going to be close to the real polos. You get what you pay for when you're buying these things. Always remember that. I mean, the sound difference in this one here, let me see if I can get this thing going. Oh, there we go. And then, just hear it? That's that one. It doesn't have the same quality sound. That's how you can usually tell. If the other one has like a more of a whine, and it's just a different type of quality. And when the shoes, they have whole shoe stores here dedicated to knockoff shoes here in the Philippines. And when you walk in those places, some people might think that they're in a regular shoe store of Nikes and New Balance and stuff like that. And then when you start looking at them, they're not, number one, they're not leather, okay? And although New Balance and a lot of these other companies are switching from leather because of all the people complaining about using animals for shoes and stuff like that, and the people are saying, well, it's getting harder to tell the real ones from the fake ones now. It's really not. You can look at the quality on those shoes and you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell by the tags. When you're walking through like SM here, look at the tags on the shoes, and then when you go to the knockoff places and you look at the tags there, the tags are usually a lot different. The quality is a lot different. The feel when you walk around with them is a lot different too. It doesn't have the same feel. Anyway, guys, I want to talk about that. Be careful of knockoffs around here. If that's what you're looking for, then don't expect the wear and tear that you're going to get out of other things. Like I said, the difference between the Black & Decker and the Makita, I still like the Makita. Even though it's a knockoff, I still like it. It's a nice drill. You know what I mean? For the price, I paid like 12 or 1,300 pesos for that. How can you go wrong on that? And I drilled holes with it, and it works fine. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.